The video that you're about to see is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say in this video is alleged.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? We are back. I know it's been a while. I know y'all been waiting for me. I was like, hey, when Dion go talk about some stuff? Well, I'm here, y'all. So I was trying to not make this a long video, but I feel like it's gonna end up being a part 2 because we got so much to talk about, and I didn't want to give you guys a video so soon because there was a lot of stuff popping out through the week. So I was like, you know what? Every time I drop something, they're gonna end up saying something else, and then I'm gonna miss that conversation. So I kind of waited until a lot of stuff started coming out, and y'all, we got a lot to talk about, y'all. I mean, a lot. So we got a lot of tea. So by the way, the horoscopes are coming. So that's what was taking me too. When you don't see me, I'm creating. I'm telling you, I'm creating. That's my Virgo moon, y'all. Always in, creating. So anyways, guys, how y'all been doing? Let's do a little check-in before we do anything. We're going to do this new thing every time we do the gossip, and it's called check-in. And the reason why we're doing check-ins because mental health is everything. A lot of people are going through things in life, and a lot of people can't function. So it's good to have these conversations when it comes to your mental health. So what I want to say is, first off, let me do my introduction. By the way, guys, this is the gossip. This is where we talk about all the things and stuff in the world and celebrities and their bullshit. And then at the end of the video, we go into the metaphysical side where we talk about the topic of today, which I will reveal later. And well, I'm just going to say it's going to be about Javion Magee. That's been highly requested for the week, and a lot of y'all been telling me what really happened to him. Did he really die of a noose? Was this, a racial situation? We're going to get into it. By the way, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say in this video is alleged. Wink, wink. Y'all know how we do here. If you want, again, please like, share, and subscribe, people. I cannot stretch that the most. I know a lot of y'all watch me, and y'all have a bad habit of not clicking the like button. Please click the like button, y'all. Also, if you want a reading from me, go to dion22ism@gmail.com and send me what you want me to read on. The readings are $30. And I will get back to you. Okay, so anyways, moving on from that. So let's do a check-in. So the first thing we're gonna check into is I know a lot of you guys are going through a lot of mental things. I know a lot of you are wondering how come my life didn't come out this way. Why am I doing this? Why am I working here? I just want to tell you, for one, God doesn't make mistakes. Okay? Everything happens for a reason. If you're at a place where you don't feel like you're supposed to be there, you actually are supposed to be there. Now, a lot of y'all want to argue and be like, oh, no, this ain't how my life is supposed to be. Somebody did this to me. My mama did this, my daddy. No. Everything is designed perfectly. The reason why you're at where you're at is because God has a plan. Now, it could be as simple as someone telling you, tie your shoes, or as simple as someone saying, I don't like the makeup you're wearing. You need to change that. God moves on his time, divine time. So, case in point, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. So I went to a Jamaican restaurant, right? I love Jamaican food. Oh my God, oxtails. Ooh, it's everything. I always get oxtails, plantain, and cabbage. That's my jam. So I go to this Jamaican restaurant, right? And I see this guy. He's sitting all by himself. And when I'm around people, I can read people's auras. I can see, who God wants me to tap on the shoulder or connect to. So I see this guy by himself, and I knew there was something about him because there was something about his aura. Like I knew he was out of place. So I go up to him. And I asked him, are you okay? You good, bro? And he was all like, yeah, I just feel like, I got this job. So he has his business, right, where he's a clothes designer. He went to school. He's from New York, Brooklyn. And he went from Brooklyn to the Caribbean islands. The Caribbean islands is basically where he's born, So he said he came to Texas because it was cheaper, which is true. Because New York, They going through some shit. Let me tell you. And by the way, leave New York, those of you who are out there, because like I said, there's something bad gonna happen to New York with the water. So anyway, so I'm talking to this guy, right? And he's telling me, I just feel like, you know, I'm in Texas now with my wife, and I just feel like I'm out of place. I don't know where I'm gonna do. And I say, no. Like, don't panic. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. He goes, like, what you mean? I said, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The thing is, it's not your time. Now, a lot of people want to rush things. We live in a microwave era where everybody want things fast, quick. If they want a relationship, they want it quick. If they want you to come to my house, I want you to come quick. It don't work like that. Patience is a virtue. God has to deal with over 1 million, billion, trillion people daily, and his angels and his spirit guides. Wait. It's not your time. God is, what's happening is there's something that you missed. If I would have gave it to you fast, it would have left even faster. I'm making you go through what you're going through because there's something that you're not getting. Now, let's say people like Beyonce or Rihanna, people like, why they got where they at? Well, because they were obedient in their lifetime. They did what was required, and they went along to get along, and that's how it starts. It all starts from home. If you don't have a good foundation, a healthy foundation, things are going to get corrupt. Your moral compasses could be off because your parents' moral compass is off. So sometimes you got to go through things in order to understand some things. You know what I'm saying? So it's not your time. Once you go through those obstacles and those challenges, then you will see the sunshine in the end. That's how God works. So, yeah. So that's just a check-in for today. That's a lesson learned. That's what I want people to know about. So anyways, guys, let's come to what we wanted to talk about. Let's talk about this debate, y'all. Let's talk about this debate. So, y'all, this debate was a trip. I ain't gonna lie, it was a trip. It was a freaking trip. Let's start off with what so when they started it off, y'all, it was crazy because Kamala said, what y'all about to hear? Y'all about to hear a lot of lies, dishonesty, and false claims. And she wasn't lying. She was not lying. And I told y'all, Trump ain't to be trusted. You know, they started off with the abortions. Y'all, when they started with the abortions, I was like, oh my God, here we go. Trump, just shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up when it comes to women's rights. I was praying, y'all. I was like, Trump, what you need to do is just say, I have no say so when it comes to women rights and how they deserve to handle their bodies. That's what he should have said. But this comes out his mouth and he tried to give us a history lesson, a lecture on how a baby is supposed to be made. Trump, you fucked yourself. You fucked yourself. That's all I gotta say. Trump fucked up that shit. And you know what? And then all of a sudden, Kamala came. Did y'all see how she walked out? When she walked out, y'all, she came up like, my name is Kamala Harris. She corrected that shit. I was like, that's right, girl. You say that. Exactly. And Trump did not like that, y'all. You saw how nervous Trump was? Trump was freaking nervous. I was like, oh, I had never seen Trump like that. I don't know. Trump get nervous when it comes to women. I wonder, do Trump really like women? I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there, you know. And then Trump go talk about the student loans. Talk about she's using y'all for the student loan. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Because I'm a student. When I went to, I'm gonna just tell you a breakdown on what I went through when I went to school. So, when I first started going to school, I went to the Art Institute, right? I didn't want to go there. I wanted to actually go to Full Sail University. But what ended up happening is they said you couldn't afford it. It was too much. I was like, what? What do you mean? They said you can't afford it. You don't have enough income in order to go to a university. So just like a poor person would do, I had to go to the Art Institute. So I go there, right? I was there for like at least, I'm gonna say, not even 3 months, because this girl came, COVID came. And when COVID came, it shut the whole thing down. And when it shut it down, the school closed. They asked us if we want to do online courses. I said, yeah, I'm gonna finish. So I did some online courses, and I stuck in there for like 2-3 months. It wasn't coming out the way I wanted to, and the next thing you know, I was owing all this money to the school. And so Miss Girl, which is COVID, ended up getting really, really bad, right? So what ended up happening is a lot of kids from all over the United States were dropping out because Miss Girl was getting into the schools. So what ended up happening is Full Sail University contacted me and said, hey, Mr. Clark, we were wondering, are you still interested in going to Full Sail? And I was like, yeah, I've been trying to tell y'all. Well, we now have openings. You can come. I said, what? So you damn right. I withdrew from the Art Institute, and I ended up going to Full Sail. So I did my 2 years there quick, just transfer my transcripts. One thing I did notice is my transcripts from that school weren't agreeable to Full Sail, because Full Sail education was at a higher rank than it was the Art Institute. So I had to really be on my grind, y'all. I had to really pay attention. I had to isolate the noise around me, and I had to focus, because I was like, you know what, this is it. So, you got to do your goddamn thing. So I wasn't playing around when it came to my education, and two, I'm wasting goddamn money, So I go there, and, Miss Girl gets bad. Kids start dropping out. They need kids to go into the school in order for the school to stay, up. So that's the reason why I got accepted to this university, because of COVID. Thank you. And just to let you know, COVID is God. I just wanted to put that out there. Miss Girl is God. So I go in there and, graduate. They help me out with student loan forgiveness. Now, there's a difference between student loans and student debt. Okay? I'm going to teach you. Student loans pays for your schooling while you're in school. Student debt is something you get after you graduate. So when I was in school, there was times where I didn't have the money, So as I start passing my classes, the more I kept passing my classes, the government gave me money. Oh, he's doing good. Give him a check. They would cut me a check from like $2,000, a month. That will last me like a couple of 2 months, depending on how I spend my money. So yeah, so it helped me out. Now, when you graduate, that's when they bring you, into the counseling room, and they tell you, this is how much everything costs. And it's a lot. But let me tell you, student debt, I already done a reading on it. It's on my Divinity Dion Divine 2.0. Go check it out. I already did a reading on it. Matter of fact, I'll put it down in the link down below description box, so y'all can go check that out. So I did a reading on will student loan debt still be here? I'm not gonna tell you the answer. You watch it if you want to know. So anyways, that's how it works. So for Trump to say that shit don't work and they don't care about us, bullshit, lies. You lost me, Trump. Anyways, moving on from that, eating animals. Did y'all hear that shit? That Ohio, they were eating cats. Now, one thing I did notice, Trump didn't say who was eating cats and dogs. He said he heard this from someone in Ohio. All of a sudden, the Haitians got brought up. I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with this?
13,000 mostly Haitian migrants have crossed the Rio Grande into Texas and are now living under this bridge. Would you look at this? Conditions, they tell us, are squalid, with only a few toilets and little access to food or clean drinking water. NBC News has learned the Biden administration is planning to ramp up deportation flights back to Haiti over the next week to deal with the surge. Think of that. Homeland Security officials say most of the Haitian migrants came from South America, where they've been living for years. Of course, deporting these migrants would mean sending them to a country in turmoil. Natural disasters have ravaged Haiti, and it's in the midst of an enormous political crisis after the Haitian president was assassinated. NBC's Morgan Chesky at the bridge in the small border town of Del Rio, Texas. Morgan, I've been watching there all day. They won't let you anywhere near them.
Yeah, Shep, we're about a quarter mile away from that bridge right now. We were escorted by the sheriff of Valverde County to about 100 yards or so away earlier this afternoon. Temperature right at about 100 degrees. And we could see in the distance just part of that group of, at last check, 13,700 migrants, the majority of them from the island nation of Haiti, essentially left waiting under this bridge to be processed. The sheriff making it very clear they are not being detained right now. That is simply the only place they can really find any sort of shelter after coming across in such great numbers. They're clinging to that shade as much as possible. Very little food or water. We know there's only a couple dozen bathrooms there for a massive crowd. And I'm told that a staff of about 100 state personnel, including paramedics, trying to do whatever they can there. But this is a humanitarian crisis. And I want you to hear the words of what the Del Rio mayor said earlier today. Take a listen.
We now have 1/3 of the population of the city of Del Rio, Texas, in a confined space under the City of Del Rio International Bridge. I had thought that the alarm was set on Monday. This is setting the nuclear bomb alarm that this is no longer
And authorities tell me they expect thousands more to come here before this number starts to slow down. In the meantime, they are turning to federal resources to try to get some help here. We know that there are area restaurants here, Shep, cooking up food to bring it to the migrants here. Some of them, I'm told, have even gone back across the river into Mexico to get food and water and then bring it back to their families on this side of the river. And this is an ongoing situation that we're keeping an incredibly close on.
Haitians get brought up, and we find out that they're saying that they're eating animals. There's been footage and all this stuff. Y'all, it's lies. It's lies. They've been talking shit about the Haitians ever since they came and tried to cross the border in Texas. Trust me, I know this shit. When they came in, Greg Abbott told them to go back to where they come from. And the reason why they don't hate Haitians, not only because they're black, but because they speak Spanish. You let them Haitians come over here, man, they gonna take all y'all motherfucking jobs. I'm telling you, they speak Spanish like no other. They speak better than Mexicans. No lie. And another thing, Haitians know voodoo. Oh yeah, Haitians know voodoo. So, ooh, I see why y'all don't want them to come over here. Remember, the Haitians beat the French. They beat them in the war. Oh yeah, y'all look it up. Do your research. Do your research. So yeah, Greg Abbott sent them back, but he brought the Venezuelans and the Puerto Ricans and, you know, the Colombians. He brought them to the United States. So they're everywhere. And I'm hearing the Haitians are here too, but they're in certain states, you know, which is crazy. Something y'all need to look up. But anyways, it's false, guys. Check this video out.
Have made national headlines yet again. And this time, we're being accused of eating pets. As silly as this may sound, this is a smear campaign, a vile attack against the Haitian people. This all began in August at a Springfield City Commission meeting when a 28-year-old man claimed without evidence that Haitian migrants were going to local parks, stealing ducks, beheading them, and then eating them. This is viral, but it's out of context. Also, this man isn't Haitian. The police revealed that he's South African. Then, on a Springfield Facebook group, someone claimed that a friend's cat went missing. Days later, allegedly, this cat was found, strung up and butchered by a Haitian migrant. There is no evidence of this story being true, not even a police report. A video, however, did go viral of a young Black American woman who was in a manic episode and allegedly she ate a cat in front of her neighbors. But let's be clear, this young woman is not Haitian. She's not even a migrant. She is American, but somehow Haitians are the villains. This story has flooded social media. Racist images depicting Haitians as a threat, as dangerous, are being spread all around, and prominent figures like J.D. Vance, Elon Musk, Ted Cruz are perpetuating these lies. J.D. Vance's tweet alone has over 10 million views, even though the Springfield City spokesperson and the Springfield Police Department have debunked these lies. Eating cat is not a culinary tradition in Haiti. We eat chicken, beef, pork, goat, and make no mistake about it, our food is top notch. But let's be real, this is not a discussion about Haiti's culinary practices. This is about dehumanizing, degrading, villainizing the Haitian people. Time and time again, we see it. Earlier this year, there were viral claims about Haitians being cannibals. And these lies are easily perpetuated because the public is predisposed to see Haitians as subhuman. And this is dangerous because our perspective will impact our policies. Do you remember in the 1990s, all across the United States, there was a viral rumor that Haitians were responsible for AIDS in the United States. Media and public figures worked together to spread these lies. The FDA even banned Haitians from donating blood in the 1990s because they thought we were the source of the problem. And the dehumanization of Haitians dates back to the birth of our nation, when our ancestors in 1804 defeated their colonial powers and declared independence from France, creating the first free black republic in the world. Haiti was a threat to the existing world order because we became the first nation to permanently abolish slavery, and slavery fueled the world's economy at that time. So there was a concerted effort to destabilize Haiti by dehumanizing our people and belittling our victory. Take a look at this viral cartoon from the 1830s after Haiti gained independence. It depicts a caricature of a Haitian ambassador meeting with the US president. The Haitian ambassador is a subhuman creature who speaks a broken English, and the odor that he gives is foul. Perspective impacts policy. The United States didn't recognize Haiti as an independent sovereign nation until 1862. Nearly 60 years after our independence. These attacks are not new. Haitians are constantly defending our humanity, justifying our presence, and we will not lose hope. As we fight for the advancement of our people, we'll continue to call out these racist attacks. Viva Haiti!
So anyways, guys, we're over that. So the question was to the both of the presidents, what is your plan? What are you going to do for the American people? And they gave us a little bit of what they're going to do, but you know, I'm going to just go let y'all know this. I'm going to be straight up with y'all. No matter who gets in that seat, World War III is going to happen. I'm sorry, it's going to happen. Just letting you know. Don't get your hopes up. But vote Kamala. Vote Kamala. I'm voting for her. Fuck a Trump. That nigga is if you ain't got no good educational skills. He over here talking about they laughing at us. They're laughing at you. When you got in, that's when they start laughing. It ain't because of Biden, Sleepy Joe. It's you, Trump. You're the one they're laughing at. You ain't even have presidential skills. Ever since your ass got in, we was a joke. I'm over myself. Anyways. And you know what, Kamala, she got me. She had me laughing. She was like, you're the only one who has been prosecuted, who is a convicted felon. Boy, I say, when she said that, Trump was like, he was grinning his upper lip. Fucking bitch. You know that's what he wanted to say. Y'all know that's what he really wanted to say. He just couldn't say it. But yeah, Trump, you got some nerve to be talking what your ass did. And I know I got some Trump supporter people. I know y'all gonna be saying, nah, I don't believe her. She seems shady. Don't get me wrong. Kamala do got her shady type of ways. She do. But she's qualified, okay? She is a prosecutor. She has all her facts. She's highly educated. So yeah, fuck what you say. We need to think about the children. That's what we need to think about, the kids. Shoot. And then she brought up January 6th. Ooh, he hated that. He hated that. And she brought up Charlottesville. Y'all, Trump did that shit.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women, and we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Riot warning. We're going to try and get compliance, but this is now effectively a riot.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
5 to 50 be advised, Cal Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
We have a breach of the Capitol! Breach of the Capitol! We need to hold the doors of the Capitol. I need court support. We lost the line. We lost the line. All MPDs get back! All MPDs get back up to the upper deck! All MPDs get back to the upper deck!
They were peaceful people. These were great people. The crowd was unbelievable, and I mentioned the word love, the love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
And if you reported it accurately, you would say.
Neo-Nazis started this. They showed up in Charlottesville to protest.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as neo, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. Are we going to take down, excuse me, are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him? Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner. You had a lot of bad people in the other group too.
Treated unfairly, sir. I'm sorry, I just didn't understand what you were saying. You were saying the press has treated white nationalists unfairly?
No, they legally protest because, you know, I don't know if you know, they had a permit. The other group didn't have a permit. So I only tell you this: there are two sides to a story. I thought what took place was a horrible moment for our country, a horrible moment. But there are two sides to the country. Does anybody have a final? Does anybody have? You have an infrastructure.
What makes you think you can get an infrastructure bill? You didn't get health care.
Well, you know, I'll tell you. We came very close with health care. Unfortunately, John McCain decided to vote against it at the last minute. You'll have to ask John McCain why he did that. But we came very close to health care. We will end up getting health care. But we'll get the infrastructure, and actually infrastructure is something that I think will have bipartisan support on. I actually think Democrats will go along with the infrastructure.
Hundreds of white nationalists storming the University of Virginia, protesting plans to remove a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee. The overnight violence spilling into this morning when marchgoers and counter-protesters clash again, hours before the Unite to Right march was even set to begin. Just after 10:30 a.m., the crowd growing in size. Local and state police in riot gear responding in force, but the violence escalating. Just before noon, Virginia's governor declaring a state of emergency. Just before 2 p.m., the situation taking that deadly turn.
You can see the silver 2010 Dodge Challenger barreling down the hill toward a sea of targets with little time to react, slamming to a stop only after it hit a van and another car. Locked in, that car shifting in reverse, screeching back down the street to get away. One person, a 32-year-old woman, left dead. 19 more rushed to the hospital, 5 in critical condition. The suspected driver, 20-year-old James Alex Fields Jr., is behind bars.
The first response from the White House came not from the president, but the First Lady. She tweeted, "Our country encourages freedom of speech, but let's communicate without hate in our hearts."
We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides.
Senator Ted Cruz put out his own statement calling the attack a grotesque act of domestic terrorism. Senator John McCain tweeted, "White supremacists aren't patriots, they're traitors."
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also, you had some fine people, but you also had troublemakers. I think if we continue to create jobs at levels that I'm creating jobs, I think that's going to have a tremendously positive impact on race relations. I do.
Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side. Let's remember that when it came to the Proud Boys, a militia, the former president said, stand back and stand by. So for everyone watching who remembers what January 6th was, I say we don't have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page. And if that was a bridge too far for you, well, there is a place in our campaign for you to stand for country, to stand for our democracy, to stand for rule of law, and to end the chaos, and to end the approach that is about attacking the foundations of our democracy because you don't like the outcome. And be clear on that point. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking. Let's turn the page on this. Let's not go back. Let's chart a course for the future and not go backwards to the past.
Let me just follow up here.
It was a different term, and it was a term that related to energy because they have destroyed our energy business. That was where bloodbath was. Also, on Charlottesville, that story has been, as you would say, debunked. Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, Jesse, all of these people, they covered it. If they go an extra sentence, they will see it was perfect. It was debunked in almost every newspaper, but they still bring it up, just like they bring 2025 up. They bring all of this stuff up. I ask you this. You talk about the Capitol. Why are we allowing these millions of people to come through on the southern border? How come she's not doing anything? And I'll tell you what I would do, and I would be very proud to do it. I would say we would both leave this debate right now. I'd like to see her go down to Washington, D.C. during this debate, because we're wasting a lot of time. Go down to, because she's been so bad, it's so ridiculous. Go down to Washington, D.C. and let her sign a bill to close up the border, because they have the right to do it. They don't need bills. They have the right to do it. The President of the United States, you'll get him out of bed, you'll wake him up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll say, come on down to the office, let's sign a bill. If he signs a bill that the border is closed, all he has to do is say it to the Border Patrol, who are phenomenal. If they do that, the border is closed.
Mr.
Those
President.
people are...
The reason why he did that, because they impeached his ass. Y'all don't remember? When they impeached him, that's when he called, get your riots, everyone, get your riots. And he go wear the black glove. Y'all remember that shit? He started that shit. And then Charlottesville, they were fine people on both sides. He said that shit. And y'all want to vote for this man. Y'all, something wrong with y'all. The reason why some of y'all vote for him, because your spirit resonates with him. Maybe some of y'all are convicted felons. Have you thought about that? So you think this man go free you? Just because he freed Lil Wayne and Kodak Black? Oh, we go get to Lil Wayne in a minute, y'all. I'm gonna get back to that. Oh, Trump, they talking about Trump saying I have the best economy. I had the best economy. Motherfucker, you was the reason why the economy went down. You the reason why Miss Girl, when COVID came here, because your ass didn't believe in it. It's gonna be here and it's gonna be gone, poof. You said that shit. Drink bleach. You the reason why so many people died. You're the reason why we're bringing immigrants in the country. Because we don't have no more workers. The working class has passed on. They passed away. Some of y'all don't even fucking get that shit. Some of y'all need to get y'all brains examined. For real, for real. Oh, I can't stand ignorant people. I'm sorry. I cannot stand illiterate ass people. Trump is for himself. He don't care nothing about y'all. He's only for the rich. He don't care about the poor people, because he don't know, he can't relate. He ain't never been through what you've been through. He's just gonna look at you as a lazy motherfucker. And I know Kamala wanted to cuss his ass out. I know she wanted to, she was like, you are a I was like, let me help you out, Kamala, motherfucker. That's what she wanted to say. But yeah, y'all, I'm over him. I'm just over Trump. Trump, you don't get my vote at all. You just looked at bad. You see, this is your karma, Trump. Everything Trump is doing to other people, like Sleepy Joe, and I told y'all, that's karma. That's why I don't make fun of old people. I don't. Speaking of old people, y'all, the movie I saw over the weekend, Front Room, y'all, go see that movie. It was good. Talk about elderly abuse. That was the freaking movie. But it was good. It wasn't scary. It wasn't scary at all. It was more like I said, elder abuse. It was funny as hell, but it was good to see Brandy on the big screen. That's what I will say. But anyways, moving on from that, going back to the debate. So Trump is saying, and Kamala said, 81 people fired you. When I say the room got quiet, the room got quiet. Trump wanted to pack up his shit and leave. But he wanted to leave. Trump wanted to leave. He was like, oh, hell no, get my shit, come on. We're getting out of here. Then they talked about climate change. Climate change is real. Have you not seen what happened to Texas? Have you not seen the snowstorm that lasted over a week? Did you see the fires in Canada? And you say it's fake? Did you not see Florida hurricanes? Common sense is not so common these days. You know who's worse than Trump? J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is, oh my God. I cannot wait to see that debate when the vice presidents go head to head. I cannot wait to see that. And he go cuss out Taylor Swift. Oh my God. Taylor Swift is endorsing Kamala Harris. You know why? Because when he talked about women's rights and what to do to their body, Y'all know Taylor want a baby, right? She really want a baby. I don't know if she wanted with what's his name, Travis Trent, whatever his name is. I don't know, but she want one. I did a reading on it. But anyways, you done lost the vote, Trump. That I'm telling you, the reason why that abortion thing is so big, and then they even brought up Project 2025, and that shit was in that. The reason why it's so much of a big deal, because there's a lot of white Karens out there, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna get on their husbands and be like, motherfucker, I wish you would vote for him. I wish you would vote for him. Divorce. Trump, that was your time right there. You fucked it up. You fucked it up. He ain't winning, y'all. He ain't fucking winning. Predicted it. Kamala is gonna be the next president. And that's all I'm saying. Fuck what you heard. Anyways, speaking of Taylor's.
Thank you for watching the gossip. To see part 2, click on the next video. And remember, we're going to do the reading on Javion Magee to see what really happened to him. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.